Hey, Shalom, Kal Halor, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Chakudash, the ones the apostles of great millstone, and Shalom, true brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully and continually fighting that good fight of faith, Lord willing. We have found that number to be delivered, but until then, we're going to keep pushing, keeping our hands on the plow, prophesying, speaking prophecies, speaking current events, speaking world news, speaking the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai till the end be. All right? So you see in the title here, it says, is the U.S. safe from nuclear attack? Right? Now I'll read a little bit of this article. Now this is an article for last year, but again, it's still valid for the main fact that we on the precipice of nuclear destruction. All right? So let me read a little bit of this real quick. It says, with tensions rising around the world, including some discussing the possibilities of the use of nuclear weapons in Russia's war on Ukraine. The question is, how safe is the U.S. from a nuclear attack? The answer, unfortunately, it is complicated. The U.S. does have an anti-nuclear weapon defense system called the Ground-Based Mid-Course Defense, GMD, which might be able to knock out an incoming North Korean nuclear missile. However, it would easily be overwhelmed by a mass launch by either Russia or China, which have far larger and more advanced nuclear arsenals. All right. So everybody knows, man. Even U.S. the government, they know that they don't stand a chance when this thermonuclear missiles war starts. They don't stand a chance, man. All right. And you people need to truly start understanding that this place will be destroyed. Bottom line. All right. Going down, reading a little more. It says the U.S. has a huge nuclear stockpile of its own, which is designed to deter nuclear attacks on America via the doctrine of mutual assured destruction, or MAD. Any country that launches a nuclear weapon at the U.S. can expect a swift and overwhelming response in kind that it would find impossible to block. Neither Russia nor China has seriously threatened to use nuclear weapons against the U.S., though there are fears that as tensions mount over Ukraine and Taiwan, this could change the future. Right? This could change in the future. And we hold on one second. Yeah, that's it on that. So basically, what's taking place, the question that's being asked, is America safe? All right. So let's go into a little bit of what America has, for its defense. Now, we just read that the ground-based mid-course defense. All right. Now, this nuclear defense system is supposed to identify nuclear missiles, incoming nuclear missiles, via radar at a certain course, at a certain pace in its launch sequence. All right. And as the trajectory starts to come, the United States radar system will pick up where it is and calculate with its anti-war missiles to head off at the pass, which is fine, which I believe they're going to be able to do. But let's read and see exactly how they're going to do this. All right. Ground-based mid-course defense, previously National Missile Defense, is an anti-ballistic missile system implemented by the United States of America for defense against ballistic missiles during the mid-course phase of a ballistic trajectory flight. It is a major component of the American missile defense strategy to counter ballistic missiles, including intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, carrying nuclear, chemical, biological, or conventional warheads. All right. So there one is. That's a ground-based interceptor. That's what they're called. All right. So basically, These missiles known as interceptors are what's going to ultimately try to defend America. All right? But check this out. It says, as of 2018, the system is composed of two interceptor staging bases in the states of Alaska and California. All right? So these interceptors now, which America is going to heavily rely upon in the event that nuclear missiles will get shot to America, right? There's only two bases, Alaska and California. Now check this out. It says, with staged in maybe that again. Two interceptor staging bases in the states of Alaska and California, with 40 staged in the former and 4 staged in the latter, for a total of 44 interceptors. All right? That's the point. There's 44 interceptors. Now think about this, right? We're going to really think hard about this. If America's relying, and I've researched, I've looked around, I tried to find out what the current number as of 2024, what the current number of interceptors that America has. All right? So let's read down a little bit further. It says, as well as a component early warning and targeting sensor based on land, sea, and in orbit. As of 2019, a Missile Defense Review has requested 20 additional interceptors to be based in Fort Greely, Alaska, though their delivery has not been materialized. All right? So, like I said, I looked around to see if I could find anything with a current event or a current timeline number of interceptors, and there's none. So as it stands right now, there's only 44 interceptors. All right? That's supposed to protect the United States of America. All right, so let's keep going. Let me get a quick scripture. Jeremiah 50:14, it says, put yourselves array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. All right? So now, who is this referring to? This is referring to all those nations that have the nuclear capability to shoot rockets. All right? And it says, put yourself array. All right? Now, who's putting themselves in array? Who's going to be those countries? And it says the countries holding the world's nuclear arsenal. So, including America, there's 9 countries, including America. Now, outside of that is going to be 8 countries. All right? Now, if America only has 44 interceptors, now we see Russia has 5,899 nuclear missiles. China has 410. France, 290. United Kingdom, 225. Pakistan, 170. India, 164. Israel, 90. North Korea, 30. All right? Now, the numbers aren't adding up over here, if you think about it. Now, America does have, some land to air, rockets that they're going to be able to shoot. But the ultimate defense that America has is the interceptors, right? So we have 8 countries with over 6,000 nuclear missiles in total, right? So let's just say each country can fire 5 nuclear missiles. All right? I mean, yeah, we'll say outside of America, each country fires 5 nuclear missiles. 5 times 8 is what, 40? All right? So give each country another missile to fire. So if each country fires 9, okay, it's going to be pretty dismal. 9 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40. So we'll go 9 countries, including Americas. They're going to shoot nuclear missiles too in total. So you're going to have a total of roughly 40 to 45 nuclear missiles just on the minimum. All right, on the minimum that America is going to have to use their 44 defense rockets, or if you will, interceptors, to combat that. Once them 44 interceptors are done, that's it. America's going to be a sitting duck, man. It's going to be a sitting duck. Now you people can truly understand and know that there is going to be no hope. There's not going to be no rally, no battle cry. There's not going to be help on the way. These nations and these countries and these leaders know that America has a very primitive, nuclear defense system. So it's just a matter of time. Right? Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. Jeremiah 15:14. All ye that bend the bow. And we just read them countries that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows. Again, spare no arrows. So it's just not going to be the quick numbers that we just ran off. I was just using that as a hypothetical to say, listen, once these countries fire, each country fires 5 nuclear missiles, that's it. It's over. But as the Lord said, spare no arrows. So all these nuclear missiles are going to hit, and they're going to hit with precision. So then one might say these kings might show compassion on America. They may feel sorry for America, right? Because of the destruction that's going to come down upon this place. This is Ezekiel 39:3. And the Lord said, and I will smite the bow out of thy left hand, and will cause thy arrows to fall out of thy right hand. All right? I will smite the bow out of thy left hand, and I will cause thy arrows to fall out of thy right hand. So no matter how you slice it, these thermonuclear missiles, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, are going to be shot. Whether the Spirit of the Lord launches them out of there, or whether they launch them out of there. All right? Man is, can get very compassionate in the time of trouble, if you will. And this is why the Lord's going to see to it that everything's going to be loose, man. All these missiles are going to be loosed. All right? This is the way it's going to go down. This is the way it's going to go down. This is Revelation 18, and I set it up in this way here. 18:9, it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right? Because these very same kings are going to be the ones that are going to shoot them arrows over here. Jumping down to verse 18, it says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto that great city? Right? Because what people, view America as the great, the great city where, matter of fact, let's just open it up. Revelation 18:18. Just read it out. Verse 18. Jumping down to 19 and on, it says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships, and in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Okay? There you have it. When all those missiles start hitting over here, it's going to take short time, man. 1 hour. You can't even get in the car and drive and get to a location in 1 hour. Can you imagine how all of America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour? So 44 just ain't going to cut it, man. 44 intercepting missiles is not going to cut it. They know it. The kings of the earth know it. We, the servants of the Lord, know it. And this is the way it's going to be. I mean, we're in World War III. If you really want to talk about it, we are already in World War III. These previous wars wasn't determined to be world wars until after the fact. All right? And likewise, this war that we're in now, these countries are roaring. These kings are assembled. Their shields and helmets are on. And the Lord's going to turn the heat up, man. The Lord's going to definitely turn the heat up. Right? Let me hit this last video here just to give you a little understanding of how these intercontinental interceptors work.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
I want to show you this incredible video from the Pentagon showing yesterday's missile defense test. It shows the U.S. intercepting and then destroying an incoming missile. Military fired a target from a remote island in the Pacific, then used the interceptor from California to shoot it down. The system could protect against a possible strike from North Korea. This is pretty, look at that. You can see the missile actually going up. And
will we see it intercept
We
here?
will, yeah, absolutely. So that's the interception right there.
Yeah,
and you
the
see
precision.
the infrared. Absolutely. It's very incredible video. This technology clearly meant to deter any kind of launch from North Korea, belligerent North Korea, as it has been over the past several months.
Now, if you listen to this guy, belligerent North Korea, and that's another problem that America has. Everybody else has done wrong. Everybody else has a title. You know, North Korea's belligerent. You know, Vladimir Putin's a madman. Omar Gaddafi was a sadistic, killer. Everybody's these things, but America has, poked his head up as if he's the savior of the world, man. And these kings of the earth are fed up, and the Lord's gonna set them up and unleash, or I should say, unleash these kings on these devils, man. All right. And when you watch that video, it all just looked too cinematic for me. And they trying to push that false hope narrative. Oh yeah, this can prevent any strike or any air missile coming towards us. America's finished. That's the bottom line. 44 intercepting missiles is just not going to get the job done. All right. So we're going to keep pushing that. We're going to keep letting you know that America has no defense system as far as the amount of nuclear rockets that these countries have. America might as well just say we ain't got shit for them. All right. But with that, I just want to bring that out. I was watching a few different shows, and I got down to watching some videos about nuclear missiles being launched, and then came across these interceptors, if you will, which aren't going to make a damn bit of difference because America's going to be totally destroyed. It don't matter. They can have 150,000, all right, interceptors. The Lord Yahweh Shai said he's going to destroy Babylon the Great, and you best believe it's going to be destroyed. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.